This week we had lots of news about the Avengers 2 and the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And BioShock Infinite is facing development issues.
And I'm broadcasting live from a prison cell. I killed them. I killed them all. Pretty much it.
Hey everybody, Mike here, also known as that guy on the left who hates everything. I'm in Albuquerque right now, working on my website, rablats.com. Rablats is a site where me and a guy named Sam put up all of our funniest stuff, including videos, original animations, and gameplay videos. You can find all of my stuff by going under the Man with 10 Toes tab. Back to the show.
Today is Friday, August 10th, 2012, and as you can see, there's something strange going on, and as you may have just heard, Mike right here is in Albuquerque. Say hi, Mike.
Well, hey guys, how you doing? I'm in a little TV computer box. Isn't the future super grand?
It is indeed. So Mike is broadcasting live, and he's actually talking to us. Mike, what's your favorite color?
Double pink.
This is not edited in post. He's actually here with us, I swear. So hopefully, if all goes well, you'll be able to hear him. We'll be able to hear him. He can hear us. And this episode will still be a gas.
Yeah.
In case you haven't already, please like us on Facebook by clicking the link down in the info. We're trying to hit 10,000 likes, and we are so damn close. So please help us out if you haven't.
It's down to the wire.
Also linked down in the info is beobscure.com, where I sell t-shirts that are going toward Nyctophobia Haunted House. If you don't know about that, don't worry about it. But the new design is a Legalized Mutant t-shirt. Definitely check them out by clicking the link in the info and pick one up if you're interested. While you're down in the info, you can also click on the links to this week's reviews of Bullet for Adolf, an off-Broadway show, Fuerza Bruta, another off-Broadway show, Killer Joe, Nitro Circus 3D, Hope Springs, The Campaign, and The Bourne... What's the new one called? Legacy. The Bourne Legacy. Lots of stuff this week. Yes. Very busy week. And the last things linked down in the info are all of the trailers, posters, pictures, anything we're going to talk about. It's all down in the info. And finally, we have the Choose Your News feature all along the bottom of the screen. If you don't want to watch the whole episode, you can click around, click through it, and go to any different point in the video to watch what you want to watch. So let's get into the news, starting off with some release date news, because we've got two release dates changing. The first is Great Gatsby. Great Gatsby was supposed to come out this Christmas, but do you guys know what else is coming out this Christmas?
Santa Claus. He's coming out of the closet.
Close. Django Unchained, which also stars Leonardo DiCaprio. So that would have been a little bit of a problem, and people were wondering, like, what's going on with that? So they decided to up and run to next summer. Wow. So now Great Gatsby becomes not an Oscar contender, but a summer movie?
Yikes,
far
that's
away.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Wait a minute. I would never think of this Great Gatsby remake as Oscar-worthy.
Well, right, but they were releasing it at a time when you release Oscar contender movies, and with that, I just feel like they might have thought it could have been.
But at the same time, would you think of it as like big summer blockbuster?
No, not at all. I think it was perfect in December.
The Great Gatsby would be a summer blockbuster. It's like, oh, we're driving to New York. There's a billboard.
And there's the light across the water. The other one that's now been changed is a movie called White House Down. If you haven't heard of this, Jamie Foxx as the President of these United States and Channing Tatum, I know Mike is getting excited now, as a Secret Service agent or something like that. Yeah, I know you're pumped for this one, Mike.
That's all Channing Tatum can play.
But apparently it was supposed to come out this November, and it is now coming out in June of 2013, June 28th specifically, and they also might change the name of the movie for some reason. I don't know why.
It's offensive.
Well, I don't think I'm going to lose any sleep over this one.
I don't think anybody is.
Wait, it's a comedy, right?
I don't think so. I think it's Roland Emmerich.
Okay.
But I guess if you're looking forward to White House Down, which I know Mike is, you're out of luck, unfortunately. So there you go.
I'm getting my midnight premiere tickets today. I'm getting on my iPhone. Boop, boop. I'll be there.
Do you want to remind him that it's been delayed, or should...
It's been delayed, though.
I can't see what's happening. So moving on to movie news, we've got a lot of big movie news this week.
Good news.
It's nothing I feel that we have a lot to talk about, but it's just big stories. The first one is
big old things.
Marvel. Are you ready for this, Mike?
I'm putting my Marvel cap on.
Okay, good. Get your Marvel cap on, because we got a lot of news out of the Marvel camp. Marvel Cinematic Universe, Avengers 2 Marvel TV series, holy poop. First things first, Joss Whedon has signed on with Marvel through 2015.
Yeah.
High five, Mike.
How are we gonna do this?
Just tap your screen there. Okay, we got it.
I think this is expected and very good, because I think the only reason why the Avengers is what it was is because of Joss Whedon.
I agree.
Yeah.
But so now not only is he signed on through 2015 with Avengers 2, but apparently he's also going to be working on a live-action ABC TV series, which is supposed to be apparently centered around S.H.I.E.L.D., so I guess I can see that. I don't really know how it's going to go on for a while. I could see if they did like one season and that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll have to
Yeah.
see. The other thing is he apparently may have sort of like a pass-through on all the scripts for the upcoming Thor, Captain America, and Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah, that's
That's
good.
pretty cool.
That's
like he can just
huge.
oversee him and stuff.
Well, maybe. I mean, like, that is something that is apparently part of the fact that he's signed on through 2015.
Yeah, he's
so,
a nerd advisor.
Exactly.
I'd
He's,
say
he's
that's some
advising.
pretty good news.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's huge news, I think. Like, that pretty much solidifies that Marvel's good for the next, couple of years. We're good to go.
And it helps with their whole, like,
Cinematic
compatibility
thing.
of all
Yeah,
of them. Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know why Joss Whedon isn't full on directing Guardians of the Galaxy, because that's where he's at his best, right? Like
Yeah.
space.
Do we know who's doing that? I don't think so.
Not
so
yet, no.
you know what? No, he'll be too busy with Avengers too, because it'll probably come out in 2015.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he doesn't have time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But it's good news in general, so I'm happy. Moving on from the Avengers to the Justice League. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently Ben Affleck was being looked at to direct the Justice League movie.
and Star.
So Daredevil, yes, that's another thing. Daredevil may have been directing Justice League and also playing another superhero.
Yeah.
Now, Ben Affleck is actually a really good director.
Hell yeah.
But it's like, what, the Justice League?
I mean, I don't know. Here's the deal. Apparently, he doesn't want to do it. He was so burned by Daredevil that he said he would never want to do it again. But
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve that.
he apparently is going to have a meeting with them regardless. He's going to give them that and just have them pitch it to him. But apparently, he's not interested. So I don't know if it's going to happen. But I got to say, personally, I was really excited when I read that. I thought,
me
you know
too.
what? This might be a possibility. So
Yeah, I mean,
know.
I guess that'll be interesting if he is directing, but I still believe that a Justice League movie just can't work.
Right.
I don't know.
But
It's
it
just
would be
doesn't-
interesting to have him directing. That would definitely bring it up a notch for me. And I'm sure with you too, Mike,
Yeah,
because like you
definitely.
said, you do like the hell's his
His
name?
work. Ben
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah, I couldn't think of his name. Ben Affleck is good, definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that. But as of right now, it's not looking good. We'll let you know. Going from Daredevil Ben Affleck to Daredevil not Ben Affleck. In case you guys don't know, Fox owns the rights to Daredevil. Marvel wants him back. Marvel wants all the rights back, but unfortunately, back before they were making movies, they sold all the rights to all these people. And so Fox actually has to have a Daredevil movie in production by the end of this year. I think in like 2 months.
Yeah.
This is just like Spider-Man.
Exactly,
by the way.
just
It
like
has an
Spider-Man.
expiration date,
Yeah,
basically.
otherwise they lose the rights. Same thing happened with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's why they had to rush it so quickly.
So it's like nobody wants to make this movie, and it's completely fueled by a just company
Keeping
It's
the
just
rights.
it's all product.
That's it.
It's all product.
Now, here's the deal. I did hear that apparently there is a fantastic script for the Fox Daredevil movie, but here's the interesting thing. Fox needs more time with Daredevil. They need more time to
Time that they
confirm
don't
what they're
have.
doing, time that they don't have, that they are running out of. So the news this week was that they were going to potentially give up Galactus back to Marvel in order to buy more time for Daredevil.
That's cool.
Oh wow, that could be crazy.
But they are more interested in doing a Fantastic Four movie, so they don't want to get rid of Galactus because, of course, they want to do the Cloud again, I'm sure. And
that was
so,
ridiculous.
Well, so what happens is they might actually let Daredevil go back to Marvel.
Wow. That's a big move.
That would be a first.
That would be huge. That would be so exciting. I feel like we would
That
all
would be
cheer
exciting.
just because it's
God.
something coming back. It's like our troops
Welcome
that are
back,
being held
Daredevil.
hostage coming back to us.
I love Daredevil.
That
Oh my God.
so either Galactus or Daredevil, either
love
way,
both
we're
of
getting
them.
something.
Yeah, they're so
so
cool.
I think that's huge. But as far as all of that news goes, we'll have to see. We'll have to see in terms of the Ben Affleck and the Justice League, and then the Daredevil or Galactus going to Marvel, whatever. We'll have to let you guys know about that. We'll see what happens. Very exciting news, though.
Yeah.
Moving on to some non-superhero related news, we've got an update. Are you guys ready for this? I am. Haunted Mansion.
Eric,
you.
you are all over this goddamn
Yeah, do either of
thing.
you guys
Why?
care about this at all, or no? Do you guys care?
I care about Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, do you care, Mike?
About the Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I like Del Toro.
Right, okay, so that's it seems like a lot of people are feeling that way about it. I understand. If you guys don't know, am a huge fan of the Haunted Mansion. I do my haunted house. It's just I guess it just works. It makes sense. So at Comic-Con like 2 years ago, last time I was there, Guillermo del Toro announced and showed a little teaser for, like just an animated thing, the Haunted Mansion movie that he is working on, and we haven't heard anything since. So I'm like, where the heck is, the news on this thing? Here's the news.
Where you at, Del Toro?
We finally got some news from Del Toro himself. Apparently, on the website for upcoming Disney movies, like the official Disney website, Haunted Mansion was taken off. So somebody asked him what was going on, and he said, I don't know anything about that. I just sent in my last draft 5 weeks ago. I'm meeting with them in 3 weeks to talk about it. I know they liked my last draft.
Nice.
So that's where we're at. Apparently, his newest draft is in. They're going to have a meeting on it very soon, but they took it off their website, so I don't know what the heck's going on.
That's so awesome, though, that he's able to just come out and say, hey, I did this, and it's
Guillermo del Toro
totally
is the best
honest.
for that. He
Yeah.
is so honest and upfront. He is the man.
What a cool guy.
I think Del Toro would be a good choice for a movie like this, like, spooky stuff going on. But what was that movie that came out, Afraid of the Dark or something?
He did not direct that, I don't
No.
think, did he? I think he just produced it.
Okay, because I was going to say that movie was terrible.
The fact that you brought up the directing, he said he thinks that Disney is trying to push off the movie until he can direct it and has time. They're pushing it off until he'll say, all right, fine, I'll direct it.
That makes sense.
So I personally really hope that happens.
Yeah.
I will wait as long as I need to for that to
crazy.
happen. But as of right now...
What was the last time he wrote and directed a movie?
He was working on a video game, Insane.
That got
it was called.
canceled,
It got
right?
canceled, so now his schedule's a little more open.
Yeah, I think he's just finishing up Pacific Rim, and then he's probably
Yeah.
open. So, it's still there. It's still happening. It's not dead. So cross your fingers that it doesn't die, that they don't tell him in 3 weeks, and we're not going to do it. But also cross your fingers that he directs it. I think that would be great. Moving on to some Hobbit news. I know we talk about the same thing over and over, the
All the
48
time.
frames per second, which, by the way, everybody now on blogs and movie blogs is calling HFR, which means high frame rate. So I guess we're going to go and talk about it as high frame rate from now
Okay.
on. But as you know, 48 frames per second, it's going to be playing in different theaters in different formats. 48 frames per second, 24 frames per second. If you don't know what we're at, I'm not going to try to catch you up now because we've talked about it many times. You already know how I feel
Yeah,
about
you should
it.
be watching the show,
Yeah,
guys.
if you don't know what we're talking about, go back a few episodes. But here's the deal. Apparently now, the 48 frames per second is only going to be in a small, limited release.
They're scaling it back, huh?
They are scaling this back like no tomorrow.
Yeah, that's...
So here's the deal. They say it's a technical thing, and that many projectors, like you need to have a certain software to run it at 48. Like, for example, if you try to watch a 48 frames per second video on YouTube, it doesn't work. Like, you
Yeah.
need to be able to play it.
Right.
So the projectors don't have that, but a lot of them can with a software update. So that's one reason. They also said they want to see if maybe they'll expand it if it goes well. I think that they planned on having it full, and now they're just scaling it
Yeah,
back.
that's what I
I
think,
think.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
I don't think that they're feeling all of the reaction. So yeah, I don't know, but
We talked about this when it first happened. Why did they think that would ever work?
I mean, I don't know. We talked about also the pros and cons, like the lack of motion blur and stuff. Anyone that's doing 3D
we've been
effects
through
and
all
stuff or doing blue screen, like the motion blur can be a bitch. But I personally, we talked about it, I like motion blur. I'm fine with it. So,
It's like with the higher frame rate, it looks like you're watching a set with actors.
or like a
walking
soap
around.
opera or something. Yeah, exactly.
Now, do you think that we're gonna have to go to our major city to see this now?
Well,
is this gonna
we'll
be
have
that
to see.
limited?
We'll have to see what happens. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
In which case, I probably will because I want to see what they're all talking about
Yeah,
and
me
what they
too.
intended. But it's just an interesting story. It's just retracting back even more and more. Moving on, we've got a couple of smaller stories. The first one being about Alf. Now, if you guys don't know what Alf is, Mike, would you like to explain? I feel like you were a fan of Alf when you were younger.
Alf is a comedy classic, America pastime. It's about a family who adopt a lost alien named Alf, and he likes eating cats.
That about sums it up. So it's kind of like you can relate to him in that sense, right?
Yes, it's very relatable. He's always with the quips.
So here's the deal. Sony, who made the Smurfs movie, has apparently purchased the rights to make an Alf, not a puppet movie, but an animated movie, like a CG animated movie like the damn Smurfs.
That's weird.
This is
No.
pathetic.
What I heard is that the owner of Alf, the voice of Alf,
Yeah.
he's going to be heavily involved in
Yes.
it because he owns Alf.
Right.
But I heard that it was going to be a crossbreed of CG and live action.
Right, that's what I meant. Like Smurfs was. Smurfs was live action and
Oh,
CG.
I thought you were saying like all CG.
No, sorry. Yeah, if anyone misunderstood, it's going to be live action with the CG Alf, which is, I think, a terrible idea.
Yeah, Alf works as a puppet.
This is the reason why this is so terrible is because the Alf was like a show like for its time. Like it has not aged at all. Well at all.
Yeah, it hasn't aged well.
Yeah, it hasn't aged well at all, and it's not. How's that gonna work for a new movie? Are they gonna make it dark and gritty?
I don't think anyone's gonna care about this. They think kids are gonna be excited to see this. But I guess we'll have to let you know. I think we all agree it's a bad idea. I don't know anyone that thinks it's a good idea.
It's just like they're just trying to bank in on like the same thing that Transformers and G.I. Joe and all that stuff.
But this is really bad, though. Coming off that bad news, I guess you could call it bad news. It's kind of like I don't care bad news. But we've got some good news to counter it. Daniel Day-Lewis, as you know, is playing Abraham Lincoln in the upcoming Lincoln movie from Steven Spielberg, and we've seen him before, but now we have our first official look, and my God, he looks phenomenal.
It's
awesome.
Incredible. Well, even from like the leaked picture that came out months
where he was walking with Spielberg.
I can't imagine how this movie's going to be because I think we talked about this already, that Daniel Day-Lewis is a full-on method actor.
Yes, yeah.
He gets into the role like completely. Like on set, he made them refer to him as Mr. Lincoln.
Yeah, I think we talked about that. Yes, that is incredible. Yeah, that's phenomenal.
So anything he's in, he's going to do an Oscar-worthy performance. So.
I think it's going to be that. Yes. So I can't wait until we see a trailer. That's coming soon. I'm sure it's coming soon. And finally, the last little bit of news. It's a teeny tiny little nothing bit, but Sacha Baron Cohen is apparently going to maybe do a Bond spoof, a James Bond spoof, because, we haven't had a million of those already.
The Naked Gun?
Well, not only that, but we've also had Austin Powers in a way as a James Bond spoof. We've had Johnny English was a James Bond spoof. I feel like there's a ton of James Bond spoofs. Yeah. So the thing is, I wouldn't care about this if I wasn't waiting for him to get his shit together and do the Freddie Mercury movie.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, well, is that not happening because of him?
No, I don't know why it's not happening. Actually, I guess, I don't know what the delay is on that. But I'm just saying, forget everything else. Do that. You want an Oscar, Sacha Baron Cohen? Do that movie. You may get an Oscar for that. So, unfortunately, that's not happening yet. I don't know when the hell that's going on. But look forward to another potential Bond spoof. I'd rather see Austin Powers 4 than this, to be honest with you. So, whatever.
All right, here we go. Video game news.
I'm so excited.
Are you really?
Yeah, I'm excited about video games.
Do they even have video games where you are?
I love them.
Do they have video games in prison where you are?
Yes, but there's only one, and it's you repeatedly murder a child, and it's actually not real, and it's all in my head.
Oh, good. I like that one. So the Ouya.
Yes.
The Ouya.
Oh, this scam.
We've talked about it before. It's the Android-based home console, which it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
But the thing had a very successful Kickstarter that's been publicized for weeks now, and the Kickstarter has now closed, and it's surpassed. It's like over $8 million. $8 million. That's crazy.
God, how many suckers can there be in the world?
It's good because it's like they have an installed user base. That's so many people now that are going to get
this this thing actually probably will be successful because now they've already got all the users.
Yeah, the only thing is just the games, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm actively looking for games that are worth playing on this thing.
Yeah,
so we'll see. In other exciting news, I've been playing a game called DayZ a lot. It's been
I really wanted to play that game, but I don't have a PC.
I wanted to play it too. I don't have a PC either.
It's cool, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a PC, Jake.
Okay. Well, anyway, this has been news that people have actually kind of known about. The creator of this game is kind of like Notch, the guy who made Minecraft.
Okay.
He's very like in the public. He talks to everyone.
Talks to people. Right. He's active on social media. Okay. Gotcha.
His name is Rocket, and he had said for a while now that he planned to make DayZ eventually a standalone game, because right now it's just a mod of another game.
Interesting.
Today, the company that makes the original game, Bohemia Interactive, the game that this is based off of, they came out and said that they are in charge of making the standalone game. So this is going to be like a full production now.
Like in stores?
Yes.
And on Amazon.com?
Yep.
Is it only going to be on PC?
Yeah. But the guy, Rocket, the creator, is still in charge of it, and he said specifically that it's going to follow the Minecraft business distribution model, whereas people who have been playing it by themselves from the beginning, like indie, they now have access to all the updates, and when the full game comes out, they'll be able to get it at a heavily discounted price.
Oh, sweet deal.
So
All
that's
right.
pretty sweet.
I really wish I could
that
play it, but
Minecraft business plan is like one of the most successful things ever.
Yeah, it's totally like changing the way indie games are kind of getting out there to people.
all right.
It's crazy. So play DayZ. It's really cool.
I would if I could,
Oh
Jake.
man, you could get into it. It's really cool. Stop smiling. Seriously, stop. Okay. The last news, this came out today. A bunch of reports came out today. This is kind of a little scary. This is a follow-up, kind of. Cover his ears. Where's his
Yeah,
ears?
I'm covering your ears, Mike.
I can't hear anything.
A few months ago, we talked about BioShock Infinite being delayed from the fall into the spring.
I remember that.
It happens.
Oh no.
Yeah, it happens. Whatever, games get delayed. But
It is what it is.
now
I
it's
don't like this news already.
now it's starting to come out of the woodworks why it was delayed.
Uh-oh.
We've been getting reports of departures from the main team for a while.
Uh-oh.
A lot of guys quitting. A lot of senior team members
Why?
quitting. We don't know.
Oh.
A lot of them have quit. A lot of them moved on to other projects. And recently, two big important guys, a senior art director and a senior producer, have left.
Well, they probably left because they're they're seniors, you said? Senior citizens? They should be knitting.
Senior team members, Eric, meaning they
Right.
worked on the original BioShock. They've been with the team for a really long time.
Right.
Now,
How long has Infinity been in production for?
it's Infinity.
Infinite. Okay, Jake.
It's been E3 2011. No, 2010 they first showed it. I'm not sure. But
So it's like all of their contributions must have been given already for Infinite, right? Like
that's one way to look at it.
Wait,
yeah.
are we talking about the game that had that one thing where, like, it went back to the 80s or something like that?
yeah.
Oh my god, this is so old.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See, now they've been kind of mum since they've shown that. Now, the problem, Ken Levine did a lot of interviews today.
Okay.
That's the lead creative genius guy behind all
Okay.
these crazy games. He was talking about how they were having a lot of trouble almost like making the game as awesome as that demo was conceptually and like mechanically, like it
that
was hard
sucks.
to work it.
Yeah.
So now they're still trying to figure out how to get it to work. And one of the main things that they've done apparently was going to have multiplayer, and now they cut it. So that's good, actually.
That's for the best.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Because you want to make the game. Worry about the game for right now. Yeah.
I think me and Mike were talking about how like stop
Yeah.
cramming multiplayer.
that was
into things.
Jake's opinion corner, wasn't
That
it?
was. Yeah, what was I like? Multiplayer sucks. That's good. There's probably not going to be multiplayer because they scaled back. They cut two things from multiplayer, meaning, is there anything else? So, BioShock Infinite won't have multiplayer, but hopefully it's still coming out.
And the last bit of news before we talk about the trailers that were released this week is just a small little bit of Halloween news. As you know, we've been letting you guys know about the Horror Nights houses at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
Silent Hill.
Yeah,
It's going
Silent
to
Hill,
be a pretty big year.
Walking
already.
Dead. Right, well, we got Silent Hill, Walking Dead, and now the new one is Penn and Teller, Las Vegas Nuked. And it's new,
And-
then KD in parentheses,
Right, like
sort of.
blown up.
Yeah. So there is a little trailer clip thing for it. Oh, well, it's actually
funny.
Penn and Teller announcing it. Click the link in the info to check it out. But Mike, were you excited for this? You were, right? I think you thought it looked cool.
Yeah, because I love Penn and Teller. They're hilarious.
They're cool,
I've been
yeah.
watching them ever since I was like a little kid.
You shouldn't have
And
been.
I think anything they're involved in is always great because they're like masters of showmanship
They
and
are.
stuff like that.
So this should be
they know
great.
their stuff.
So imagine this mixed with what we've already seen from Universal Horror Nights.
That'd be cool.
Like imagine like magic tricks going on during a haunted house.
This is going to be awesome. At
Sign
first
me
I
up
was
for that.
like,
That's
on
awesome.
it. What'd you say?
What?
What did you say?
Oh, God. Did I really
What
say
did you
that?
say?
I said sign me up.
Mike, I know you're not here, but does it feel good just knowing he's gone?
I can feel it just in my heart.
Let me bring him back before he does anything weird. Hold on.
Hey.
Where are you getting
You
these?
said that last time.
Did I at least miss the commercial break?
Welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now we're going to talk about all the trailer. You are a cow. Now we're going to talk about all of the trailers that were released this week. We don't have a ton that we're going to go too in depth with, but starting off is the one that really tickled me the most this week. It's called Antiviral. Right away, I was intrigued by this. As soon as the trailer started, I was like, this looks interesting. And as it went, I was more and more interested. What do you guys think about this?
Same thing. I think it looks really neat. I think pretty much everything about it is what I want a movie to be. It's it's different.
Yes.
It's original. It has style.
Yes, the style. That's the thing. The style looks great.
This is something that like every movie maker right now needs to take little notes of. Like,
Well, we'll see how it
these
turns
subtle-
out. Obviously, we'll have to see what it turns out to be.
It definitely looks
But I
really
do
cool,
love
though.
the main actor. I forget his name. He's in a lot of stuff. He pops up in different things,
who
but I
was it?
love that guy.
Yeah.
Most recently, I watched him when I caught up on Breaking Bad. He played the friend of Walt Jr. That's what I know him from most
yeah.
recently. But he's in a lot of stuff. But yeah, I gotta say, this looks really interesting. So definitely check out the trailer by clicking the link in the info. I said that a little weird. Blah, blah, click, 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 in the info. The next trailer we're gonna talk about it all is for Zero Dark 30.
Oh my god, is that what I think it is?
Where was the last time you saw Bin Laden?
They've been working on it for a long time. It was actually
Before he
about
got
finding...
killed?
Yeah, it was about finding Bin Laden.
Oh,
and then they changed
okay.
it because Bin Laden was obviously found, to
All
put
right.
it lightly. And so now they added that into it. So I'm all right with that. But it just... I don't know.
That makes
the
me
whole
feel a
thing
little
just seems
better.
kind of weird. I don't know. I can't really think of what this is going to be like.
That makes me feel a little better knowing that, but the general public isn't going to know that. They're probably going to be like, what the hell is this?
Well, didn't it kind of seem almost like the Bourne Laden? Like,
Yeah.
it just seemed like Bourne hunting Bin Laden. Like, that's what it felt like. Did it not?
I
Am I
thought the
wrong?
trailer was cool. The trailer was
The
pretty
trailer
well
was
done.
put together well, but
Yeah.
it reminded me of the more recent Bourne trailer, and then, I don't know, it looks very bizarre, but I guess
I'm gonna
we'll have to
get
see
you,
more.
Bin Laden.
We'll have to see more. I can't judge it personally fully from this trailer
Catherine
alone,
Bigelow
so.
is good. She makes a good tale. I didn't personally like The Hurt Locker, but she's good.
All right, so we'll have to see. So the rest of the trailers out this week, nothing huge that we need to go in depth on here, but we'll buzz through them. This is 40, new trailer. It looks whatever. I'm not really that interested in
Yeah,
this.
me
It's
either.
in case you guys don't know, this is like the sort of sequel they're calling it
I'm
to
sorry.
Knocked Up. So
What's her name? The lady Judd Apatow's wife. What's her name?
I can't even think of it. Leslie Mann.
Lesbian.
Leslie Mann.
She drives me nuts, man. I don't like her.
We also had a trailer for Liberal Arts, which here's my catchphrase. Go on, everybody.
I saw it at
I
Sundance.
murdered a child.
Close. I saw it at Sundance. Jake wins this one, unfortunately. Jake, you are the winner.
I finally
But
won.
I saw this one at Sundance, and I really enjoyed it. I will obviously be reviewing it at some point, but this is a good one. Then to counter that, another one I saw at Sundance, Nobody Walks.
Oh, I thought it looked good. No?
I have nothing to say about this. I'll be reviewing it very soon, though. Some other trailers released this week are A Royal Affair, which I heard was great. I don't know anything about it, but someone said it was great. On the Road, a new trailer for that one. Backwards, The Loft, Trouble with the Curve, Playing for Keeps, and 17 Girls. Did you guys watch this trailer? 17 Girls?
Nope.
This is about... What'd you say? It sounds good?
17 girls? Yeah!
That's all you... Sounds great. Well, it's about 17 young girls getting pregnant, Jake, so...
Oh, that one. I
Yeah.
did see that.
Have
Okay.
fun with that,
I tried
pervert.
to get that out of my mind.
No, you want it, you like it. And those are all the trailers, that's all the news, that's everything from this past week. Now let's move on to the poll. Last week's poll question, what a mistake of a poll question, because this thing just went totally wrong, and I don't know what the heck, I don't even know what to say about this. The poll question was, what TV show would you like to be rebooted? And the main answer was Batman, the animated series.
Okay.
I don't understand.
That makes no sense, you guys.
I don't get it.
Can we explain why that doesn't make any sense at all?
Go on, Mike.
There's the Batman cartoons come out all the time. What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah, I don't understand. There already are Batman
I feel
cartoons.
like rebooting a cartoon isn't really a thing.
That doesn't make sense,
know?
yeah, because it's like...
It's like there's a new Batman cartoon coming out right now. It's like, that's not rebooting.
So there you go. You know what? Then they got their wish. Good job, everybody. The next answers were Spider-Man, the 1994 TV show.
Okay.
And
That was a really terrible show, by the way.
the Spectacular Spider-Man is third. It's
Didn't that just come out?
Spectacular Spider-Man was a really good show, actually.
But once again, just the rebooting thing it doesn't really make sense.
But it's like, here's the thing. That's different because Spectacular Spider-Man was canceled
Yeah.
and
Oh.
was replaced with the Amazing Spider-Man, and that's a piece of shit.
I don't know. I don't watch them. Okay, so that actually is the only one that makes sense then?
Yeah, that's the
All
only
right.
one that makes sense.
So that was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is Justice League. If Ben Affleck doesn't do it, and Christopher Nolan already said he's not doing it, so forget this, who do you want to see direct the Justice League movie? Let us know by clicking the link down in the info to go to our Facebook page and vote in the poll. And while you're over there, please like us on Facebook if you haven't. Thank you very much if you do. But Christopher Nolan we're going to ignore, and Ben Affleck we're going to ignore because we already talked about that.
Even though I love him.
Yeah. And finally, the giveaway winner this week is Graham William Christopherson. Now, okay.
You go, Graham William Christopherson.
Is this name real? Are you really? That's a long name and a crazy name. It kind of reminds me of Schmitty Werberman Jensen or whatever from SpongeBob. Remember, he was number one?
Yeah.
He was number one. Is this that guy?
He sounds fancy. Or like
Sounds like a fancy gentleman, yes.
Maybe he's an actor.
Maybe he's a fancy actor. And that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It. That's all the news. That's all the trailers. That's all the poll, everything. Yeah, I hope that you guys were able to hear Mike just fine. I guess, we'll find out when I edit it. But, Mike, how do you think this went? Did you have fun transmitting from jail?
Yes, I think this will make my sentence all the more bearable.
Now, I believe we're going to be doing this again next week because Mike will still be in
jail.
Jail, right, wherever he is supposed to be. And then the week after is #new PMI.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're going to give you a little preview next week of what to expect from new PMI.
Oh, we are.
Yeah, so we'll see. But that's it for this episode. Ooh. Let us know what you're looking forward to. Let us know what news you were excited about or not excited about. Yeah. Mike, why don't you say goodbye to everybody?
Oh, we can't hear him.
Looks like we lost the feed.
Oh.
That's too bad.
It was the inmates. Maybe they stole his microphone.
They must have gotten him. They cut the power. All right, well, goodbye, Mike.
Good night, Mike.
And that's pretty much it.
They're gonna be like, what is this guy?
Mike? Uh-oh, we lost Mike.
No!
We lost Mike. Start it over. Real quick.
He's mad.
Go to the preferences.
You mad?